All right, guys. So in this video, I'm basically going to be reviewing a sales call. This is in fucking Dubai. This is like, I think it was like mid-November, maybe mid-November, late November. Anyways, it was right before Thanksgiving. But yeah, this is me. Like fucking, how much months is it ago now? Almost 7, 8 months ago. This is the first time in Dubai, and I think I hit like 30K. Before that, it was between like 5 to 10K a month. And then when I got to Dubai, everything just kind of like fucking sprang up. But regardless, I'm going to basically review a sales call with you guys that I took in Dubai. And obviously you can see my background is just basically, it was at like fucking 1 in the morning in Dubai. We were at a hookah lounge, hookah place. If you guys know that, it's the best fucking place to get hookah in Dubai. But there's like, I have other recordings too. Maybe I'll make another video like this of me closing a guy on the balcony at night with the Burj Khalifa in the back. It was for like 3K. This is a one call close too for 3 grand. I remember after I closed this, bro, I was so fucking hype. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know why my screen looks like I have a green screen. Like, I want you to think it's a green screen though. This is fucking real. Yeah, this is my penthouse. Yes, sir. We're going to review this sales call, and I'm going to give you guys the link to at the end of this video so you guys can go watch that. Obviously, you can just, see it and whatnot, go through it if you want. We're just going to kind of react to this video and whatnot. Yeah, call's roughly 36 minutes, so.
Man, awesome. So, yeah, I guess like just jumping in right away, right? All the work we do for roofers is like completely customized. So awesome, man, awesome. So yeah, I guess like just jumping in right away, right? All the work we do for roofers is like completely customized. So instead of me just like, throwing around hypothetical numbers and whatnot, what I actually found that works best is if I really just get clarity on where you're at, where the business is, where you want to go. And then if it seems like a good fit, we'll just make a game plan and go over it. Yeah, is that cool with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, man, cool. Yeah, so I guess what really motivated you to,
So you guys can see at the start of the call, you basically just establish authority, like how the call is going to go. Hey, I'm going to ask you some fucking questions. Then we're going to go through everything. And, if you like it, you make a decision, right? So just kind of establish authority. It's a good point. But yeah.
just take the time aside, get on a call with me.
So essentially, we are a young business, but I've been in the industry for years. I'm 52. I've owned my own business before. Kind of hurt myself, fell off. Worked for another national roofing company. It was too corporate for me. Jumped out. Ended up working with another company just recently. That it was a small mom and pop shop. So I thought, but come to find out that they were taking all the money as soon as money would be deposited. They were taking the money right out. The owner was. So we couldn't install. I just went ahead. I already had my HomeWise name, so I just went ahead. I was let go because I was questioned.
Here's a good thing to pick up here. Obviously, I closed this guy, but what I'm going to say is this guy bought on the first call. He closed 3K or I closed 3K, right? He bought on the first call. There wasn't no, 2 call closes, no deposits. This guy paid up front. Now, here's the thing. This guy took fucking action and just fucking did it. Funny enough, he's one of my best performing clients. He closed like over 10 jobs his first month with me. So what I've actually found is like the people who buy on the call and take like, immediate action are the people that are the most successful, which is really, really weird. Just look at rich people. They take risks all the time. They just do it. And this guy's like, yeah, I have the money. I'm just going to throw it in this and see if it fucking works. And guess what? It fucking worked amazing. So rich people take risks. That's why millionaires, they have a lot of money. For you guys out there that don't take fucking risks, well, there's a reason why you're fucking poor, because you don't want to take a risk. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out there, but I'm going to keep playing this.
Money coming in and out of the account. So they found a reason to go. So opened up shop like August, the end of August, I would say, 1st of September. Man, we've hit the ground freaking running. I have 6 guys right now that they door knock essentially, and then I use
and I'm gonna put this in like, I don't know, maybe 1.5 times speed, speed it up a bit.
Another company that do virtual door knocking. So, just within 3 days, I've got 15 leads from them. So
that's awesome. Yeah. That's cool to hear. That's great. So right now, besides what you're doing, like, is this getting you like good jobs from these sources that are bringing in leads, or do you have like a system at all that is bringing jobs, like how we have?
So, I really don't know exactly like how your guys are set up, but outside of door knocking, yeah, absolutely, door knocking, they're going to qualify leads and blah blah. They have their little areas and stuff. But the company that I use right now, they are essentially doing the exact same thing. They're qualifying these leads, essentially using the inspection, getting a roof inspection kind of angle. That's what's getting us there, getting me to call, getting the appointment set up. My guys I've got trained very well, so they know what to look for. Plus my sales manager, man, he is a freaking stud and completely understands the insurance industry.
Here's a limiting belief for you guys. You guys can close anybody anywhere. Like in the middle of this call, I was like getting food and shit. Guys are bringing me, I think, a fucking steak or something. And there's people like in the background like smoking hookah. So we're not in like the background, but it's outside. We're at a hookah lounge, closing in a restaurant. Like you guys may think like, oh, everything's got to be perfect, bro. I got to be in my room. Everything has to be perfect, else the sales call is gonna go well. Like that's fucking bullshit. bullshit. Like, it's literally bullshit. It doesn't matter. Like, as long as you have confidence, you direct the call right, you can be anywhere and close anybody. Like, I remember Kiwa, we're in Dubai and he closed a guy in a Balenciaga store and then bought some fucking shoes right after. I mean, you know, it's like, you guys can close anybody anywhere. Remember Kiwa closed a guy in a McDonald's drive-thru. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, how you structure yourself on the call, right? You could be in your room and have the perfect setup, but if you're not confident, your sales structure is shit, you sound like a fucking pussy, or you're probably not going to close, right? So, you know, there's some point to your environment, I guess, a bit, right? I mean, you don't want to be sitting in like a dark room, you know, that's kind of weird. If you just have the confidence to structure your sales calls right, you can really close anybody anywhere. Just remember that.
Inside and out, so it's great.
That's good, man. That's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. And what's kind of like the revenue you're doing per month right now, roofing?
Right now, I mean, we just got our first full month of it. I mean, we probably, I would say close to 200, 250.
Jeez, in your first month.
For
wow.
our first month, yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Wow, perfect. So, I mean, as far as everything going, I mean, it sounds like you're doing well.
Here's the thing, guys. He said 200, 250's first month in fucking roofing. That's really fucking good. I mean, you can tell this guy's fucking like killing it and whatnot. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. You guys got to vet your prospects. If the guy's saying like, oh, I only do 10K a month, bro, he probably does even fucking less than that. You got to think of his overhead is at least half, you know, like maybe he's taking 5K, maybe even less a month. Like, bro, if that's the case and he's doing that low of revenue numbers, you guys should probably just fucking end the call. Because if they're that fucking broke, you're gonna go through the whole sales process, right? The whole call. And at the end of the call, they're gonna be like, oh, I don't have any money. Wow, I just wasted 45 to an hour of my time. You know what I mean? So it's like, just vet them at the start. Make sure you do that. But in this case, this guy was a very, very good prospect. You know, good vibe, good energy. You know what I mean? You want to match that too. You want to match the energy, especially in the sales call. You know, this guy, you know, he seemed pretty high energy. If I was there and I was like fucking depressed the whole time and I was like talking like a robot, like some of you guys fucking do, well, guess what? He's probably gonna attune to your energy. He's not gonna want to buy from you. So, you know, you can see me, I'm pretty high energy. You know, I'm like, you know, in the conversation. But yeah, just ask good questions too. Don't ask fucking retarded questions.
I just want to make sure it's a good fit. Like from our side, do you just want to put the pedal to the metal more and just get more jobs from us? Because that's basically what we're going to get you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
My goal is like Mr. Rufus, who I was with here, you know, and I want to. I mean, I've grown up in this area, and I've always pushed it. Like even when I had a painting and remodeling business for 15 years before I hurt myself, was doing great at it. You know, now that I'm a little bit older, kind of a little bit more wiser, got a little bit more business sense to me, I'm wanting to get back to my community. I want to be a staple in this community, just like the Bone Dries and the Mr. Roofs and, you know, all the bigger companies that are here. Yeah. I want to be here to stay. We got 1,000 fly-by-night guys around here, and they pop up every single day. I want to do something outside of that to make sure that I'm capturing as much as I can. I have enough crews that I could do. Right now, I could do probably between 5 and 8 jobs every day if I had the work coming in.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's good. That's great. And right now, like, you're getting leads through. How's the quality been? Like, are you getting enough leads through? Is it quality? Is it closing the sale? Like, is there like a main point there that you really need like help with, or is it just in general, man, I just want more leads and I'm going to close it?
I just want more leads.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, that other lead source. I mean, we just started with them 4 days ago. Or it's probably 4 days ago. We had to get the first day was kind of a setup, kind of getting everything going. So actually 3 days of actually getting leads in. I've got 15 leads through them, and it's a little over 2.5, 3 days. We've already had I've had my guys out doing the inspections. Out of those 15, I've got 13 of them that have appointments set. Out of those 13, I've got so far. I still don't have all of them set, you know, the appointments haven't gone to. But out of those, I've already got 8 that are closed that are under contract.
Oh wow. Okay. That's awesome. That's good to hear.
Obviously, I mean, it's insurance. So, I mean, we have to go through the whole process of the adjusters and all that stuff, but we've got them locked in. So,
That's good. Yeah, exactly. It's a step forward for sure. In 12 months, where do you want to be? I mean, like, what are you seeing this as? Because I mean, I see it as multi-million-dollar business for sure. Like,
absolutely. I mean, I know.
Here's the thing. Just like there, I'm like, I'm going to match this guy's energy. Like, he's already hype, you know, 250K his first month in roofing. You know, it's like shit, you know, and then I'm like, yo, we could see this going to millions. And then this guy sees this vision too. He's like, yeah, bro, like, you know, millions, you know, and he's already on, like, you're both on the same roller coaster, right? So when it comes to the end of the call and he has to pay, he's like, yeah, bro, this guy gets me. He understands me. He understands where I want to go. And he's like, yeah, let's fucking buy. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just important to note that, you know what I mean? Just match their fucking energy. Be like, think of good scenario things that could happen. You know what I mean? I guess, you know, you don't want to overpromise, but still be like, yo, like, we're going to get you fucking good results. We're going to make a lot of fucking money together, you know? Yeah, very, very important.
Realistically, what the market is around here, like some of the bigger, I'm not trying to be corporate by any means, you know?
Yeah.
But I want to.
But damn, like the stress, like, holy shit. From my face there to now, it looks like I'm so fucking stressed out, but holy crap. All right.
Be able to sustain, and I want to provide a living for the people that I have working for me. It's not that this is all about Chris. This is about a sustainable business and having the quality people that are absolutely going to be in to help this whole thing move forward, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure, man. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Do you, so with this, right, like, obviously, you know, we're going to be getting you more jobs and stuff like that, right? Getting you to higher numbers. Is there like a specific goal you want to be at in 12 months now?
Oh yeah, I mean, realistically, January 1, that'll be our first year of business, right? I mean, because we didn't start until the end of September, you know, or beginning of September, I'm sorry, of this year.
Yep.
So, I mean, realistically, we're probably going to end this year. Well, we're going into freaking winter, so I would say we're probably still going to end this year probably close to $350,000 just because of the weather, and it's going to start getting crappy around here. I've already seen it in the news and
Yeah.
forecast and stuff. So, I mean, realistically, 350, I would say, probably is what we're going to close this year out, maybe around 400. I would say the first full year, I would love to be at a minimum of 3 million a year for the first year. I think that's
Yeah.
very doable.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. That's great. That's great. Is there something stopping you from getting to like, 3 million a year on your own at the moment?
Outside of having more specialists, more reps, and I mean, leads. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what it boils down to, is just having the quality leads to come in.
So guys, we came down to it. He needs fucking leads. What are we gonna do for him? We're gonna get him leads, right? We're gonna give him qualified leads, right? And that's what I'm gonna go into later on the call. I speak it with confidence that we're gonna get you fucking qualified leads, qualified homeowners. You're gonna sell a lot, find the fucking desired goal, what he fucking wants, and be like, okay, yeah, we can get that for you. Not just any leads, qualified leads, not no Angie's List bullshit.
But I also need to make sure that the guys that I have now are up to speed, especially when it comes to retail, because all of them are so used to the insurance side of it. And like when we was at that other company,
But yeah, I'm gonna put this in 2x speed because this shit is taking too long.
that's what I kept pressing for, was retail. I kept trying to train everybody, we're looking for these kinds of things, upsell as much as you can, and just I'm getting everybody trained down here. And I've only got a couple guys right now that I can actually release to a retail spot. But that being said, I've got 4 guys that are studs from the company that I left from Mr. Roof, that they're failing epically and they're ready to jump on board, and they're 1.5 to $2 million sellers a year themselves. So
Wow. Yeah, so they want to come on with you then.
and they're ready to jump on.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris. Right now, with this program, we don't accept everyone into it because we only work with one roofer per area, right? So I just want to make sure we see each other as long-term partner to work with based off what you've been telling me. Do you think they're good fit? You just want leads to the door, which is what we're gonna get you. And it's not just any old lead. We're gonna get you qualified, like booked in home estimates, right? Like that.
Right, where I state, we're gonna get you qualified, not any old lead, qualified, booked in home estimates. Very, very important. Like whatever you're fucking selling, you say like what they exactly want. Because like you go to any lead gen company and they get you leads, the guys are gonna be like, well, I don't want to fucking deal with tire kickers bullshit leads. If you say that we're gonna get you qualified leads, you're gonna speak to people that are actually want to sell, that are fucking serious. You're gonna be like, holy shit, because these guys know. If they're put in front of, a qualified prospect, they're going to probably sell them 90% of the time, right? So
they're actually good quality. So you're going to have to call these leads and whatnot. We're just going to book them for you. So kind of good. But as far as that goes, and cool if I ask you just a simple favor for the rest of the call. Sure. Cool, man. So at the end of the call, there's like 3 things you could say. You could say like, yeah, Zeke, I want to do this. It sounds amazing. I'm in, right? You could say, no, this isn't a good fit. Obviously, that's fine too. But I think if we agree on things like, oh, maybe, or I'll think about it, or I'll get back to you. I know that's kind of a polite way of saying no, right? So at the end of the call, like yes or no. Is that cool with you?
Absolutely,
man.
Right,
cool.
Yeah, bro. So this is where you guys want to establish. You want to establish, hey, at the end of the call, yes or no. Get a confirmation before I go into everything. Because this is the know that they're serious. You need a yes or no at the end of the call. No maybes, no buts, no I'm going to fucking think about it. None of that bullshit. Now, you're going to come into this a few times if you guys do this, and the guys are going to be like, well, I'm not giving you a yes or a no on the call today. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of person to make decisions on the spot. At that point, it's kind of like, shit, kind of put yourself in a rut now, right? So there's 2 things you could do here. You could be like, okay, understand that, man. Totally get it. Let's go through the rest of the call and see what you think after it, because I'm sure, from our systems that we have, I'm very fucking confident we get our clients amazing results. And at the end of the call, I want a yes or no from you. I know you said no, but I know you said, I'm not the type of person to make decisions on the spot or give you a yes or no right away. Then, you could just be blunt with them and be like, hey, man, like there's always a yes or no at the end of these calls. You have to tell me yes or no, else you're not taking the call, else you're not going forward with everything else. You could do that, but it's kind of risky because this guy could turn into a sale. So you could be like, hey, totally understand that, man. Let's just do this. Let me get through everything else, blow your mind with our fucking amazing results that we get you, right? Show you everything, how everything works, and then let's talk about that at the end. So there's 2 ways of kind of objection handling that. It is a little annoying, but most guys say, yeah, I'm fine with that, right? Most guys are respectful about it. There's a few fucking dickheads out there, but it depends how bad of a dickhead. If he's a real dickhead and you don't want him as a client anyways, then just tell him, hey, bro, like, then I don't think we're going to be a good fit if you can't give me a yes or no at the end of the call. I don't want to waste our time. You could do that, but it is a little risky because you could possibly lose out on a sale. So what you could do too is, deflect it. Obviously, you don't want to tell him right away, but be like, hey, man, it's fine. Let's get through everything else. And, we'll talk about it after I go through everything. Because at the end of the call, even though he doesn't make a yes or a no, you could still pitch a deposit, which could turn into a yes in, like a couple days or a week. So I would still try to do it, but if he's a complete dick, fucking end the call. I've had to do that sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So I'm going to pull up some results too, because I want you to know that this is not a bunch of BS. So let me pull this up. Have you ever done advertising before?
Back when I had my other business, since I've done this right now, really the only thing I've been doing is just that other lead company right now. And obviously we do flyers when we're doing our little door knocking campaigns in neighborhoods and stuff. But
okay, yeah, no, I see. That's good. That's awesome. Let's see here. Let me pull this up and show you everything we're actually doing. So, can you see my screen all right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So basically with this, right, we're automating everything for you. So we're writing your ads, your funnels, setting up everything. You're going to be able to approve of the ads. Obviously, you don't want to put crap out there that you're not going to like, right? And then our systems are going to generate 3 to 5 roofing jobs per month minimum. Again, that's on minimum. We usually get around 7 to 10. And I want to be transparent.
See, this is what the guy wants to see. You don't want to say, obviously you want to say, we're going to get you this amount of leads and this many qualified prospects you're going to talk to, right? But at the end of the day, they're going to want like the number. Like, oh, if I get minimum 3 jobs a month and every roofing job is, let's say average 12K, that's 36 grand. and they only invested $3K in the month with you between ad spend and what they paid you, you know, and making 36 grand, it's like, wow, you know, that return is fucking really, really good. It's ridiculous, right? You know, some guys, it's even hard for them to break even, you know, and they're making a crazy ROI, you know what I mean? So it's like, break it down like that, it's really good. You know, they want the end result. They want the best fucking result. So, you know, you tell them the end result is going to be fucking profit, revenue. I'm going to guarantee you're going to make money. They're going to be like, oh shit, you know, I want to do this, you know? So yeah.
Right? I don't want to overpromise you and whatnot. So this is about what it's going to look like at monthly starting off, and then we just scale from there, right? Once we're rolling through, we're making money, then we're going to scale it up to ad spend and, you know, really, really take off. So, you know, low quality leads, low interest leads, I know you probably are very, very familiar with that, especially in the roofing space. You've been in it for a while. So what we're actually doing here is not going to meet that problem, right? Because most of these leads, they're going to get vetted out before they can even become a lead, right? But when they do, they have the option to book it. So most of these people are going to book it themselves. Now, if they don't, we're following up with these people like every single day to get them through you, right? We do not stop follow up. Like for instance, all the leads come in first few days, and then a month later, we'll reach out to them again through text or email, and bam, it turns into an appointment and then a job, right? So super, super important to stay on these people. But again, we're going to do it for you, so because that's going to be probably pretty time consuming, right? So following up with them every single day, right? And then we have also an appointment reminder system too. So like calendar invite, email, text, right? You're going to be in the loop with the homeowner or whatever sales rep you want to go out there. We can figure that out with calendars. It's super easy. And then no show or cancellation. If that happens, I'm throwing this lead right back up here for the day one and bringing down the entire process again, right? So it's pretty extreme, but for leads that are coming through Facebook, Instagram, you have to have this in place. Like the days of getting these leads, sending it to a spreadsheet, you having to call them one by one, it just doesn't work anymore. It's just kind of, you know, time consuming. So as far as that goes, do you have like any questions at all?
And you see how I'm separating myself from all the other fucking lead gen companies out there, right? I'm making myself look like the fucking big guy. Like, hey, we have this whole system in, like, we're doing this the new fucking way. Like, we're tracking everything. Like, you know, it sounds a lot better, right? It looks a lot better to the prospect.
No, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but, you know, works pretty damn well. So it's that there. And then this is actually Jesse. So this is like the first actual month working with us. So these are all the appointments we booked. This is just a go high level calendar, like the software we use, right? But here.
And then you guys want to show results too. Obviously, show results, show fucking proof, you know, give them confidence, all that.
Is the actual ad campaign. So 55 leads, 22 qualified appointments came through. Now it's like, okay, less than 50% of these people booked in, right? That's a good thing because obviously there's going to be leads that are duds and whatnot. We don't want to be giving you crap, so we have to filter them out, right? And then this is another one of our clients right here, half a month, 19 leads, 11 appointments. So very, very good there. And then I want to show you stuff that's actually happening live, like now. So Brandon, he actually had to take a break for just like a week or two. He had some medical stuff going on, but his ads this guy's from Atlanta, so pretty competitive market. But from the 23rd to the 6th, he got 39 leads. So that's what, 2 weeks. I know no appointments were scheduled. The reason is because he wanted to schedule these people himself. So that's when we had to shut off the campaign for him. But he was converting over like 70%. So like, I mean, pretty crazy numbers. I mean, if you're thinking about almost 40 leads, 70% of that, so 28 people booked in a matter of 2 weeks. So pretty damn good. And then let me show you a guy actually just launched. His name is David. Lives out from Tennessee. Sorry, starting on the 1st, so 14th. So he's getting about an appointment every other day, which is still very, very good, right? About 15 to 20 appointments each month, right? So, I mean, you know, works very well, right? Now, those results are there for you. And then I also want to show you that we got bonuses going on too, right? Like there's a couple things in here that are going to bring you business without you having to spend anything. So that's a dad-based reactivation. So basically what we do is we reach out to all your past customers. Now I know you don't have a lot since you really just started, which is not a big deal. So that's where we implement the AI integration, like storm AI integration, right? So when a storm hits, a day or two after, we're reaching out to these people, text, email, getting them to book a home estimate queue, their storm damage done. And then also all the people that we bring in, like from the ads, right? Google reviews, obviously more 5-star, going to help you quite a bit. You know, just even on the search engine, when someone looks you up, they're going to choose you over someone else, right? If you have more 5 stars. And then weekly reporting calls. I want you to know that like I'm actually working on this stuff. I'm not just, you know, being a bum, being lazy, just setting up and not doing anything with it. So every single week you're going to have a call with me, like 15 minutes long. We're just going to go over anything, questions, concerns you have, all that. And then quick support in 24 hours, like you text me a question or concern, I'm gonna get back to you, you know, within a couple hours. So if you contact with me, I'm the owner, right? I'm a small company too, not a huge guy, but you know, we work well. So yeah, that's the program.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then you got a thumbs up for me, man.
Bam, thumbs up for me. I want to fucking do it. I didn't even tell him the price yet. But yeah, let's watch through the rest of it and how I kind of pitch it.
That's gonna be the numbers now.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a pen and paper next to you by chance?
I do.
Perfect. So first thing I want you to.
So here's the thing. My pitch is a bit long. Obviously, not every guy is like this, but I told him to write it down just because it makes more sense when, you know, you got guys writing this shit down.
Write down is ad spend. And this money I want to make clear, I'm like not taking this money on the call today. This is just like a daily payment you would make, right? So if you want to spend $200 a day on ads, you could, right? You're gonna get a lot of appointments, a lot of leads, right? The minimum amount we recommend is $50 a day. So that's around $1,500 for the month. So let you write that down. Now we have 3 appointment packages. So like these are qualified people we're getting you, right? If it's not qualified, I'm not even gonna count it, right? It's not fair to you. It's not gonna help me in any way, right? I don't have a long-term relationship. So the 3 packages is the first one is 300 qualified appointments. And this is within a 12-month period. Now each appointment there, we're valuing at $33. So 33 times 300 is 10 grand for the 3-month period. And then the second package is 90 qualified appointments. And this is within a 6-month period. Then we value each appointment there at $50. So 50 times 90 is 4,500.
And the reason I'm breaking it down for you guys is because when I first pitched this, right, I say it's pay per qualified appointment. Obviously, they're paying for everything up front. So when I structure it like, hey, you know, this is how we're breaking down the appointments. We're charging up front for this, though. You know, any appointments we don't get you, we're going to work for free until we get that. And if you don't profit, we refund everything plus send you $1,000 on top of that. That's the guarantee. I should probably go over that in this video. I think I do. But it's like, that's why I structure it like that, right?
Cool. And then the last one is 45 qualified appointments. And this is within a 3-month period. Now we value each appointment there at $67. So 67 times 45 is 3K or 3,000 for the 3-month period. And then I also wanted to let you know on this that with all these packages, let's say I only get you 30 appointments instead of 45 for the 3 months, right? I'm gonna work for you for free until we get that, right? Plus, if you don't profit, I'm gonna send you back all the money plus pay you 1,000. So like, I know this, this is actually gonna work. You're gonna profit from it.
Now, here's the only thing I probably did wrong in this sales call, right? So you see how I mentioned the guarantee after the price? You guys don't actually want to do that. You want to go through the price, right? Wait for the objections. Then if it's a trust objection, like, oh, how am I know I'm going to get these results? Is there a guarantee? They're going to ask questions. That's where then you're like, yep, oh, yeah, we actually have a guarantee in a legal contract that states blah, 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 right? You don't want to do it after the pitch, but, obviously mistakes happen, but just a note for you guys.
I mean, if you have 45 qualified appointments in a month, it's impossible for you not to at least close one, right? Or a couple there. Right. And then on top of that, we have 2,000 for installing our systems.
So basically, what I was supposed to do here is not say the guarantee until you ask a question about, trust or whatever it is, or if there's a guarantee, or like, oh, how do we know we're going to get the results you promised, shit like that. Now, what I'm saying here, I'm about to say, is incentive-based pricing. When I started doing incentive-based pricing, Kiwa actually told me to do this. I wasn't doing it before. I instantly started closing more. Always pitch incentive-based pricing, because when you pitch incentive-based pricing, it's incentivizing them to pay on the call, or if they don't pay on the call, it's going to be an extra, $1,500 or $2,000. You know what I mean? So yeah, watch it here. But
so this is like the software, the setup fee and whatnot. Now, if you move forward with us today, you can just cross off that $2,000, like, it's gone, not here. All you're actually gonna have to pay for is one of the 3 appointment packages, which we talked about, and then the $50 a day in ad spend, which we went over.
So the 300 was how much? Wait, what was it? You got to pay the whole 10,000 up front?
Yes. So whole 10,000 up front or the 300. Yes, sir.
It was 10,000. What was the numbers again? 10,000. The second
10,000. 10,000. The second one was 4,500, and then the third one was 3,000.
That would be. And the 90 it was for how many months? Over how many months?
6 months.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. But
Yep.
I get your scratch one down here.
Yeah, no, you're all fine. You're good.
I mean, as much as I'd love to do the 10,000, I just can't afford that right now. But probably start out with the 3-month deal.
Okay. Cool.
here's the thing. He's like, oh, I want to do the 10,000 for this amount of time. I could have been like, hey, we could have split up the payments, 5K now, 5K. Here's the thing. Looking back at this call, I probably could have done that. Would have made more money off him right away. But, he wanted to do the 3K. Cool. I got 3K up front. Bam. Which was nice, but yeah.
Then yeah, let's do that. 3 months. And yeah, we'll get you onboarded, man. I want to get you onboarded ASAP. So it'll take you like an hour to get some stuff over me, not long. And then get on a call, set up the ads, and bam. Would you be okay with me sending over the contract and then we can get that through?
Absolutely.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So basically, the rest of the call is just going over like, him making the payment, doing the contract, and whatnot. I mean, some guys like to send payment first and then do contract. I'll always do the contract first, then payment. But here's the thing. Closed them in 20 minutes? Like, what the fuck for $3,000? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's easy for you guys to make money. Like, for some people, it takes 3 months for them to fucking make 3K. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous, right? And then, like, I've lost all my perception of money because it took me 20 minutes to fucking make $3,000. Like, damn, bro, this is fucking sick. I mean, obviously, I still have to put the ads together and whatnot, but, like, dude, I already have a media buyer for that now. This guy submits his onboarding, and I don't even have to do shit. So it's like, I profit probably like $2,500 at least. You're probably like, where the fuck are you outsourcing all this work to get pretty good margins? India. But yeah.
And then what happens after the 3 months? I mean, do I have the option to renew, or is it like a recurring kind of thing, or go
course,
longer?
Yeah, so if you want to, after the 3 months, we can talk. If you want to do the same package, we can, or we can go on to like a 6 or year plan. So
How long have you been at this?
yeah, man, to be honest, I've been doing this since 16. I'm 19 now. First year, I was actually doing chiropractors, and then they don't really have much knowledge on business, right? Because they just go to chiropractic school. And so I switched over to roofing. And yeah, my uncle's a roofer, Fergus Falls, Minnesota. So it's like, hey, man, might as well try it out, and doing pretty well. So yeah.
Right on. I mean, you guys
Yes,
got a lot of clientele right now?
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, but it's not. This is what I want to make it clear. We're gonna dedicate a lot of time to you. It's not as much as like big companies where you're kind of like the end of the totem pole. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean we're decently sized. It's not like I have 100 clients, but you know what I mean. Get this open. All right, Chris. It's homewise513@gmail, correct?
Yes, sir.
Perfect, man. Let me send this over to you. Send out envelope. Okay. Just make sure. Let me know if you just got that in your email, that document. And then, yeah, should be able to assign all that. And while you do that, I'm going to get that payment link over to you through the Zoom chat.
A lot of people know this, but when you guys get to this point where you're sending over the contract and the payment, you just want to start like smiling and cheesing, or like you just can't. Else the process can be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah.
It's not any seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Big scratch.
It's a pain in the ass sometimes. Yeah, it looks like you're scribbling crap.
All right, you should be getting it.
Cool, man. Let me take a look. We did. All right, yeah, perfect. All good. And then if you go into the Zoom chat, there should be a $3,000 invoice in there.
All right, Cole, hold on just 1 second. I gotta go grab a wallet.
Yeah, no, you're all good. Go ahead.
Yeah, and this guy's asking like, oh, is this gonna increase the Google quality? Like, yeah, of course it fucking does, bro. Like, I mean, did I know the Google reviews is gonna help the Google quality? I mean, I don't really know, or like the SEO. I just like said it. I mean, I assume it does, but yeah.
already serviced, we'll reach out to those people too. You just give me the list and we'll go at it.
It's so awkward waiting for the guys to like sign and pay. Remember one time I had some fucking retard on the phone. I lost out on a sale because he couldn't figure out on how to fucking pay the payment link. And then we were trying like Zelly and then fucking bank transfer. This guy was just a mess. He was like super old. He had to be at least like 80. But yeah, old people, like really old people, are a fucking pain in the ass to work with. You know, like just doing online shit. Like I have some guys they don't even know how to fucking join a Zoom call. Like it's ridiculous.
Yo.
All right, solid on my end. And then let's do this. So do you have actually WhatsApp at all?
Do I have what?
WhatsApp?
Negative.
So you see like, you know, contract, payment, bam, got that, right? And then I go right into the onboarding. So get connected on WhatsApp, right? Like after these calls, you guys want to make sure like, you know, the client feels comfortable. You know, they're like comfortable with their purchase. They're like, okay, you know, I'm safe. This guy didn't fucking scam me, take my money and run off with it in fucking Dubai, you know? So yeah.
Ghost Rider.
Okay, all good. So it's all good. Go in the App Store and download WhatsApp. I do all communication through there just because on iMessage it kind of gets a bit like between family and friends, just get confused. And, yeah. So download that and then let me know once you.
And then I don't like to use iMessage for talking to my clients. I just use WhatsApp because it's easy as fuck. It's like almost the same thing. It's just a different platform. So yeah.
Are done. All right. All right, cool. And then once you go into WhatsApp, I think you just sign up with like your mobile number.
So basically that kind of took a bit for him to get connected, but now what I do now is I send him an onboarding email, kind of going over everything. I kind of explain the onboarding email so he's not confused, and that's what I basically do now.
Personal phone usually. Well, I have both phones on me, but this is going to be a landline here before too long, so
Okay.
I try
Okay,
not
all
to use
good.
that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Got that set up there. And then I'm going to send this email over to you. It goes over all the onboarding stuff. So this would be what I would need from you. So basically what you're gonna have to do is just give me like a list of your past customers. I know it's like pretty recent, but those customers you can send out Google reviews to. I'm not gonna reach out them to for storm damage because like you literally just found a
So that's basically just me explaining the onboarding email. You're probably wondering what is in there. So it's basically just me like explaining like, hey, you know, we need these pictures from you, this stuff, you know, fill out this form, whatever it is. But that's essentially like basically the whole call. There's nothing really left. Me just kind of yapping about the onboarding and whatnot and talking with them. But yeah, you just want to make sure you make the customer feel comfortable after making that purchase. You know, like good vibes, not just get off the call right away. They understand the onboarding, understand that they have full communication with you, you know, that they're safe, they're onboarded well. And yeah, you just want to make the process super streamlined and simple, right? So yeah, it's essentially it. I'm gonna go drive in the M4 right now. Just kind of ride around, maybe vlog a bit with Marco and Kiwa. But yeah, fucking Miami, bro. This place is so sick. Like, I still can't believe sometimes I'm like in this fucking penthouse, but yeah. See you guys in the next video then. Peace.